Shut the door. Okay, I needed that. I need literally anything. Eat it. I don't care. Just eat it. Grab one. Okay, now we need to get out the back door. Oh, God! God, fuck off. Where is he? I swear to God, if he gets away, I'm quitting this fucking game. Okay, now I just gotta deal with this motherfucker. Fuck you! I swear to God, if this thing kills me, I'm gonna fucking scream. If this thing knocks me out of this, I'm gonna fucking scream. Okay. Jesus. Fucking Christ. What is this speaker you talk of?
Yes, I am a speaker.
I can't keep this voice up for long, Chad. I'm gonna be honest.
My voice is the voice of the...
It's a little cringe, too, but... I was born into the cringe. No one cared who I was until I turned into a lizard.
Individuals such as yourself and offer a place within our family.
What the hell is the matter with me?
Your path
Oh, yeah.
is clear.
I am cringe and stupid and bored. Yeah, that's right.
Death and the Dark Brotherhood will embrace you.
Do we go to 10? I think we level up to 10.
Stop talking already.
Oh, that was so good. Just Lucian yapping away. She's like, hey, bitch, shut up!
They got what they deserved. What were you thinking? I was thinking about dead goblins. You could have got us killed,
based.
but I didn't.
Get in, Kelly. We got criminals to bust. And I got nuts to bust inside.
Watch your six, gentlemen. We got a casualty. Stay frosty.
Syndicate member eliminated. Well done, 47.
God damn, that's a lot. Oh. Oh, no, never mind. That's not Gog. That's Satan. Help. Start. How do I start this? Hello? Oh, Jesus Christ. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Oh, God. Oh, we're dead. Oh. Hey, you might want to go do your job and check on the guy that just died. He's over there. How do I know? Don't ask. We did one, chat. Woohoo! Hell yeah. A little scuff, but we had to deal with a little scuff there. But, better than failing, I guess.
Is that Mr. Sparkles back there? Is this little beast that crawl around in his guts for ancient arcane matters? 6 feet tall!
Mr. Sparkles, no! We're killing them all.
No, Mr. Sparkles!
You need to trust me, or I don't see that we can continue together. Fine. Fine. I'm sorry. I'm letting my emotions get the better of me.
Again, we're back at the same problem from the last time.
I do trust you.
Immediate conflict,
I don't think I can help
immediate resolution. Like, we've been building to this conflict for a moment, and then it's immediately resolved. I fucking hate that. There's no, if you're gonna build tension, have the conflict have meaning. can't wait. Oh, there's another enemy right there. I didn't even see that guy. He was blending into the fucking... the same trick. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to stab me? Hold on. Hold on. You know, this is a little awkward. We keep meeting like this, guys. I'm sorry about your pile of dead friends there. I'll send you to join them, though. There you go. Merry Christmas. Ah, floaty driving controls. Nothing better in a video game about driving than wonky controls. What that? Sealed off tunnel. Got it. Oh, hey, there's a dome light. What else we got back here? Oh, cute doggos. Oh, no. Well, we're never going to see those dogs again. You know, hey, Hieronymus, I totally don't have the bust in my pocket right now. What?
There never was a client that commissioned the guild to steal Lathas's bust. Armand used you to flush out an
That
informant
bitch!
who infiltrated the guild.
So, who's the informant? Looks sideways at Hieronymus Lex, currently staring into my soul.
Mivrina Arano. Now Armand needs your help to neutralize her. You
Bro,
are going to pin
you
her
are saying this
on
in
Mivrina's
front of
location
He's
in the waterfront.
right there. The captain of the guard is right there.
Plant
And we're
the
just talking about
bust
murder
on her
openly.
Make sure she doesn't see you.
I got back down. You took your sweet time, eh? But I understand.
What the fuck?
When I was leaving this place for the first time.
What the fuck just happened?
I have to admit that the Red Priests are quite...
I think he just shot me and killed me.
At least when it comes to death and dying. Great question.
Well, I think that's a little goofy and unintended.
We're still within the walls of the island asylum. When we're out, then we can talk. I'm told this path leads to the beach. I'll wait for you there until dusk. Good luck.
He's telling me I'm not dead. That's going to be real annoying. I just died. Yeah. What the fuck is this game?
Imperio! Step aside, Ominous. Stay in place until we're out of sight.
Yahoo! We fucking did it, chat! Clap, clap, clap. Excuse me. Nice batch of monster. Oh, never mind. He got fucked. Hi, Gormagala. How are you? You look rough, bud.
There you are.
Huh.
You're a cute little bunny.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
A sweet thing like you might be able to help. You should talk to Horkvir. He knows what to do. Not their Horkvir, our Horkvir. I don't like the other one, or any of them.
Is this the new Severance season? What's happening?
Sure don't like him. No, I don't. You fuzzy little sweetie pie.
Please stop talking to me like that. No. Oh.
A star spawned.
I had a job. I had a home. You've taken it all. I'll kill you for this.
You sure about that? 1 second. Bring it on, motherfucker. apprentice sends his regards. Bitch. Were you trying to heal? Damn, I thought you'd be resistant to magic. Damn. What? I ain't what? I ain't looking. I ain't looking at all. Nope, nope, nope. Good Lord. You just know, Bethesda knows exactly what they're doing, right? Like, they know exactly what they're doing. Just a little leisurely stroll. Oh, God, we're gonna fucking die. I'm so glad we have maxed out acrobatics. Okay, let's get behind him.
There's no way.
Okay, that was not the move. I'm gonna take a shit ton of damage here. Such a fun fight. I swear, this is the most fun I've ever had playing any game ever. Can you sense my sarcasm? This is my fuck you voice. Like, this is actually... I think this might be the worst boss in the game. Just purely based on this bullshit of having to chase them down for 40 minutes. I would rather fight a fucking Dark Souls boss 50 times than fight this boss. I'm not even kidding. I hope there's more characterization of Nata. That's my genuine hope, is that they fill in the sort of missing links in Nata's story between, you know, his characterization and his motivation and where he ends up. Like, I hope they fill in those links. I don't think they're going to, because it is Capcom and Monster Hunter and story isn't their strong suit. But we'll see. And now, the real hunt begins. Or more accurately, the real 8,746 hunts in a row begin. Vehicle has 1060'd, open and fire.
Support is standing by.
Suspect is down.
One suspect, criminal piece of shit, scum down. Unit 84 has 1060'd. Unit 84 has incapacitated one civilian. Unit 84 back on pursuit, heading southeast.
Is that slimy Argonian dead? Did he suffer long?
Bro, you need to chill.
So, you have earned the reward. The thief's skill was all.
Incoming!
Yeah, let's... Oh boy. Anyway, maxed out our light armor, trained up our armorer, maxed out heavy armor. How did we do this? Getting pounded by rats. Wait a minute. Not getting pounded by rats. We got pounded on by... You know what? That sounds even worse. We went to a basement in Anvil and got pounded by rats. I can't say it any other way. My brain... Air 1 on station, 5x5. Fuel is in the green. Cocks are hard, and criminals are gonna be dead.
Suspect vehicle was last seen in Bakersfield.
Heading south in Richbury. Turn. So we get to kill them all?
That the traitor has been active for quite some time, since before you joined the Brotherhood. That absolves you of any suspicion.
Oh, joy.
Listen well.
Experience of Xbox on any screen. That's why we're investing in Xbox Play Anywhere. Whether you're playing on console,
I'll be right back, Chad. I'm just refreshing my
or any
coffee.
Windows handheld like the new Xbox
I grabbed
Outlook,
something to eat real
Xbox
quick.
Experience roams
So,
with you.
I'll be
Your
right back in
library
like
of
2 minutes.
friends and achievements. There are
Also,
over
juice that dumb tweet.
Xbox Play Anywhere games on
I'll be right
Xbox
back.
today. And every new game you see in today's show, from our partners and our studios, is Xbox Play Anywhere. And because it's Xbox, you can always have access to Game Pass with a diverse lineup of games from the biggest franchises to critically acclaimed indie hits. This is the freedom we believe players should have. Any game, anywhere. And we are giving it our all every day to make this vision real. But it all comes back to the games. From Dead to Rights on the original Xbox to Armored Core 6, our relationship with Bandai Namco Entertainment has stood the test of time. We both believe in bringing amazing experiences to players around the world, and their next game does exactly that. From Rebel Wolf Studio, this is a story-rich action RPG steeped in dark fantasy that I can't wait for you to explore. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
All right, so let's run through the rest of this. Let's see, how much longer do we have? 13 minutes, so we got enough time to run through this. All right, so we talked about the Ally. Super Meat Boy, surprised to see that. I don't know if I'll play it. I might give it a whirl, depending on if I have literally nothing else to play, because, like I said, I don't really like platformers. Like, I just genuinely don't like them, but I might give it a whirl. Let's see, Ninja Gaiden 4. I never really got into the Ninja Gaiden games. The indie, I need to go back and play the original indie again, because I never finished it. But this will convince me to play it again. Especially since it'll be on Game Pass. Yeah, I'm just going to grab a Game Pass sub and play a bunch of games, I guess. Let's see. Now this. Clockwork Revolution. I am actually really interested in this. I don't see what type of game it is. Like, there's clearly RPG elements here, but it's hard to like suss out what kind of RPG it is.
I got my good side this time.
Is it more of an involved RPG, sort of like a Fallout, or is it closer to something like BioShock, where there's very light character building elements?
Getting away with it is the real trick.
Let's see. This, I can't see myself. Also, this trailer, just because they use this song, makes me less excited for this, because it makes it feel like a generic walking simulator in a very specific and bad way. If I'll be honest, I would tag this as bad new IP on the bingo board if we didn't already hit bingo. Let's see.
Just make sure the locals don't get wind of
this is another game I might be interested in, depending on how much of a walking simulator or exploration game it is. If it's an actual exploration game with mystery elements, yeah, it'll be a lot more compelling. Let's see. That is No Ghosts at the Grand. Yeah, that might be interesting. Got a full year to wait on it though. This is that Korean shooter, possibly zombie game. It's hard to tell. Like, there's something going on here, but it's hard to tell exactly what the story is, because all we see is combat. Like, stealth-based gameplay and then straight-up gunplay. Versus what appear to be mutants or superhero, like superpowered humans, I can't tell. That shot right there. Them running like that evokes, like, Korean zombies, specifically, because Korean zombies are always much more fast and frantic. So that's what makes me think this is like a Korean zombie-esque game, but maybe I'm wrong about that. Mudong Two Hearts. I didn't even catch the title the first time because I was too busy yapping. But Mudong Two Hearts, that's another interesting one. Let's see. Planet of Lana, that's a skip for me. Fallout 76, skip. Tony Hawk, I'd have to wait to see actual gameplay to see how bad Activision fucks it up. That's my genuine feeling on it, is I gotta see how bad Activision fucks it up. We got 10 minutes. I was just checking the time before the PC Gaming Show. We're good. But yeah, this looks, if they fuck it up in the same way they fucked up Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5, yeah, it's a pass. Definite pass. But they have a chance to redeem the franchise here. At least a little bit. This, I don't really have an opinion on it. It looks very, like, it looks unique, I will say that. The combat looks unique, and there's, like, some gameplay systems here that feel refreshing to see, because they're not, like, just straight-up action roguelike combat like every other goddamn game these days. And I like the inclusion of, like, tarot aesthetics. That's a cool idea. But I don't know if the story will be compelling enough to, you know, warrant a playthrough, you know? And then this. They faked us out with a fucking Gears remaster. Good fake out on that. Because I thought we were going to get a new Gears, and then it just turned into a fucking Gears remaster. Let's see. Sea of Thieves, that's a pass. Invincible Versus, it's... Okay, I wanted to see who the developer is here. Let's just skip forward a little bit. It looks like it's trying to be Mortal Kombat, like DC versus Mortal Kombat. What was it?
I hoped you'd understand.
Oh God, what was it called?
To do this. Except our...
I forget what the DC fighting game was called. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. But yeah, that's what this feels like. It feels like that game trying to be an Arxis fighting game. Because the like slow, stilted nature of the combat feels like a Mortal Kombat or an Invincible game, but it feels like they're trying to bridge the gap between that and an Arxis game, with the 3v3 fighting and the slightly more like stylized expression. It feels like they're trying to appeal to Marvel vs. Capcom fans, is what I'm getting at. Now let's see what is the developer Skybound or is it a different developer? Quarter Up. Skybound Game Studios, based on comic book Invincible by Robert Kirkman. Skybound Games, and Quarter Up. Hold on, let me check. Let's see. Invincible Versus. Still got 6 minutes. Okay. We'll just let this play so there's something... Invincible versus developer. Is it Skybound or is it Quarter Up? And then I'm gonna look what Quarter Up works with. Quarter Up. So okay, Quarter Up is the developer, which is not a Quarter Up developer. Let's see what their previous games are like. Quarter Up Bar and Arcade. No. Try a Steam search. Quarter Up.
I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
Know your place, little lamb.
Up in there.
There's no one to save you now.
You will answer for what you've done.
Google search, because Brave Search is throwing nothing at me.
And the blood has run. Come to me, Ifrit.
Also, them shadow dropping Final Fantasy 16? Are you serious? Like, them just fucking shadow dropping Final Fantasy 16 right now. Just like, hey, here's your fucking game, idiots.
But she may yet be saved by you.
That's crazy to me that they just fucking shadow dropped that. It's just absolutely insane that they shadow dropped that. Wild.
World premiere.
Oh, it's former KI developers. Okay. So they're owned. So Quarter Up is owned by Skybound, and it's consisting of former Killer Instinct developer team members. Okay, I can see where they got some of the influences then. So it's actually got some. It's got some talent, I should say. It's got some experience. How much longer we got? 4 minutes. Start closing some tabs here. There's a glut. I just thought about this. There's a glut of this style of like exploration platformer games. I'm glad they have a lot of like substance and style to them. Like they each have their own unique visual aesthetics to help them stand out. Because if they didn't, they'd be fucked. But yeah, me personally, I don't really like. I'm not super into exploration platformers like this, but if this is your kind of game, if the style at all interests you, I could see jumping in this, at least giving it a shot. This is probably the best looking one of the ones that Xbox showed today. At least for me. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe people who actually play the genre have different opinions. Let's see, what else?
Please, follow me.
And this is fucking Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I knew they were going to drop a stinger at the end. To end it with this, who gives a fuck? The only people who care about Call of Duty at this point are 29-year-old bald dudes with HGH gut, a baseball cap permanently attached backwards, and a wife that hates them. Like, those are the only people that give a shit about Call of Duty at this point. Like, I at a certain point, franchise fatigue has got to set in. Like, you've got to stop caring about the same goddamn game being released 7 times. But maybe I'm probably going to catch some flack if anyone gave a shit. But, you know, because Call of Duty fans are fucking insane. I call your mind back to the time when Call of Duty fans sent death threats to a developer because they slightly rebalanced a weapon. All right, how much longer we got? 2 minutes. We'll just go ahead and switch over. All right, let me unmute that tab. Let's close this one.
Sound advice. Thank you, Jacob. But don't start shopping for parts for your own PC build just yet. You might be the lucky winner of the awesome custom PC Jacob and I are going to put together right here today on the PC Gaming Show. But first, we've got one more game to show you as we build our way to the end of our pre-show. If you're a fan of Unlikely Animal Friendship, something tells me you'll dig the new trailer for Cappy Castaway.
Oh, cozy game. It begins. The fucking glut tidal wave, see, of cozy games begins. Also, capybaras can swim. I'm fairly certain capybaras can swim. Okay, getting existential here. Damn, it's a bit out of left field for a cozy game like this, but if you want to go that route, sure. It was pretty cute. Uh-oh. Looking, batten down the hatches, chat. We're about to get hit with a wave of nonsense. I wonder how many... Should we take a count for how many cozy games we see? Or how many roguelikes? Oh, God, they're going to show so many fucking roguelikes, aren't they?
Hello and welcome to the PC Gaming Show 2020.
Hi, Sean.
My name is Sean Danine Plot, and once again,
Oh, they brought Mika back, too.
Showing you the latest game trailers, previews, and world-exclusive first looks at what's ahead in the world of PC gaming. But even more importantly, I'm delighted to be joined again by the co-host with the most, Mika Burton.
Thank you, Sean. It is great to be back on the PC Gaming Show, especially since we're cooking up something extra special this year. As you can see, Sean and I are broadcasting today's show from a crucible of clandestine accoutrement.
Oh, that's right. Here in our high-tech hardware workshop.
With the alliteration already. Oh, no.
For some of the world's smoothest secret operatives. You know where all the spies get all their coolest toys? And that's from us.
We've made headsets that...
Oh, they're going to show 007 First Light here, aren't they? They're 100% going to show 007 with this setup.
Laptop that's a crossbow that's also a blunderbuss, and I'm afraid to touch it. That's how you know it's good.
We made a gamer chair that turns completely invisible thanks to cloaking technology.
Sean, the invisible chair never actually made it out of R&D.
Ha! Well, that's what they want you to think. Regardless, we're in the process of using every ounce of our high-tech, top-secret, burn-after-reading black books engineering at our disposal to build what we call
The Rig.
Ooh. The Rig is a top-of-the-line AMD-powered gaming PC, and it could be your...
Hey guys, it's sponsored by AMD. Did you know AMD makes computer parts?
Lucky viewer.
Oh God,
show.
we're gonna hear a lot of that shilling, aren't we?
Right now, let's kick off the show the PC Gamer way with three, count 'em, 3 world premieres.
Okay.
Dahlia, I know you're nervous about going home. But you're going to be fine.
Why does this have Tales from the Borderlands vibes? Okay, it's definitely not that. What in the hell?
And a job's a job, right? Get in, get out. Don't get sucked back in.
Guys, I hate it when my spaceship turns to goo. Oh, it's alien cleanup detail? Yeah, okay, it is. It's basically Viscera cleanup detail, but space. And possibly a horror game?
It's just a job.
Ambrosia. Wait, does that say demo out today? Is that what I just read there? Cool. I'm gonna have to go through and grab all the wish lists and demos for a bunch of these games and the ones from the Xbox Showcase after this. Oh, Boomer Shooter. I'm excited about that because I've been playing Bolt Gun, so that's where my brain is right now. Well, howdy, partner. If one of them talks like Claptrap, I'm gonna come. Why did I say that? That looks really good. Far, Far West. Multiplayer robo-western shooter. Fireshine Games. I don't recognize the name. Developed by Evil Raptor. I don't recognize them either. Wait. Another remaster. What is this? Is this fucking Neverwinter Nights? Bam, got it.
They call you the Shard Bearer, a piece of Gith's blade.
Called it, motherfuckers.
Who can help
It looks just as jank as I remember. Oh God, 100 hours. Oh no.
Did you really think you could keep?
You know what this actually looks like? If anyone remembers the game, it's an old PC game called The Movies, where you filmed... Oh, it's got the expansions too. Cool. Where you filmed... It was like a Sims-like game where you filmed movies in-engine. It has that vibe. That's what that look. Those cutscenes look like. Damn, that's soon. You got to stop releasing so many good games so soon, guys. I ain't got the time for this.
All new and shiny again. Honestly,
looks like an MMO. Fortunately, it's not the Neverwinter MMO because that thing's been run into the ground thanks to I forget which shitty MMO developer ran that game into the ground. But yeah, it's actually a remaster of Neverwinter Nights in the same game, in the same vein that Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 got remastered. Or I should say enhanced and not remastered, but...
Managing editor of Hardware, Jacob Ridley, and during today's show, we're going to be building an awesome custom PC.
I enjoyed the MMO. Yeah, before they took out the player-created stuff and destroyed what was interesting about the game. Yeah, I did too. I played it for a little bit.
A Gigabyte Radeon RX 9070 XT plus 32 gigabytes of Corsair Dominator titanium
DDR5 RAM.
We're also throwing in a Corsair K70 Pro.
A console first MMO. My big issue with it was the like aggressive free-to-play style monetization that like, oh, you needed to put money into 20 different currencies and paid expansions to get all of the content. I hate that.
Hey there, PC Gaming Show. Check out this next trailer.
It's Peter Stormare! Holy shit, didn't expect him to show up here.
How do you stop that which never ends? In the endless, no two journeys unfold the same way. Come, remain by the fire, and hear the tale of Norwind's greatest champion.
Rhythm-based combat game is an interesting one. And a console, it felt low. Yeah, I can imagine. I played it on PC, and it was kind of jank. I get exactly what you mean when you had issues with it being console first, because it definitely felt that way.
There's no one
Take it or leave it. Oh, coming to Steam Next Fest. That's okay. Did a fair bit of the game before I ended up stopping. I don't think I got that far into Neverwinter, the MMO. What the hell is this? Is this another arena shooter? I swear to God. I am so confused what this is supposed to be. Is this like a... It feels like a Borderlands arena shooter is the vibe I'm getting from this. Terminal Brigade. Nah, I don't think I'll join you for that one. That's a hard pass.
Coming up in the show.
Looks like shit. I wouldn't be that harsh. I'd say it just doesn't look fun. Oh, we saw this at the Future Game Show already. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, the rhythm-based Pikmin game. Okay. Yeah, we literally, this is the exact same trailer they showed at the Future Game Show. Terminus Brigade now with pay-to-win and predatory microtransactions. Unfortunately, you're probably not wrong. But we'll have to wait and see. I might look at it just to see what happens with it, but I'm going to assume you're probably right. Because arena shooters is just very much not my thing. Boost that auto. Human Troll. It's not one. I don't recognize that one. Some people think there might be a Gaming Crash 2. Well, I don't remember the exact circumstances of the 80s gaming crash and what, like, whether it was corporate influence or oversaturation or something else. But I think part of the reason, from what I remember, is that the niche appeal of gaming kind of led to an oversaturation among a smaller consumer base. Maybe, if that does happen, one thing that might prevent it is how much larger the gaming market is, especially globally. Now, of course, that might lead to sort of a genetic crush, where bad games, or more specifically, games for specific regions, think like games more focused toward the Chinese market, might become more dominant. Again, this is all conjecture. We don't know if that's actually going to happen, but one thing that might prevent it is by companies pivoting towards other markets rather than focusing entirely on the U.S.
Reinvents itself.
Because if the U.S. goes through a major recession, yeah, that might have some problems.
It's almost as beautiful as the rig's Corsair RM1000.
Bad games was the reason why it crashed? Yeah, that was a contributing factor. But I would wonder if there were other contributing factors. And in the modern gaming industry, if there was to be one, I would feel like corporate influence and like massive corporate budgets, for example, would be a contributing factor.
You know we had to find out more.
Shitty company practices, predatory monetization, and bad games. Yeah, pretty much.
Here's all the info we dredged
Along with $3 billion budgets from AAA games.
We were prepped and ready for the heist. We had stolen Tier 7 passkeys. Acquired the building schematics.
Is that Kim Jong-un? What the fuck?
And rerouted the security comms.
We're in position.
Is this another extraction shooter? Please don't be an extraction shooter, dear God.
Every variable accounted for, but we fucked it up anyway. Next time, we gotta be even more prepared.
That's a skip. What's Sweden cooking? Come on, be something interesting. Probably made because people want psycho bonkers in the Payday games. Yeah. I feel like just doing more of Payday 2 would have probably been better than whatever the fuck Payday 3 was.
Keeping the player on their toes with some interesting elements that take you out of the brick and mortar world.
But yeah, you're definitely right. This is basically just Payday 3 plus future tech. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's trying to be cyberpunk Payday 3. That's what I'm getting from it.
Balls to the wall.
Danables is stepping back into our Payday roots. The big difference...
Oh, this is the same company from Payday.
Where we can play around a lot with design. The freedom we have with this sci-fi space is a bit terrifying, actually, because you can...
I completely forgot they were based in Sweden.
We actually told ourselves to not try to over-design stuff, but not limit us creativity. So designing the Midway City from the start, we knew we wanted big megastructure buildings to actually place our levels within and be free of how big levels we want them to be. It's this very large city arising from the sea. You want to look out at the city and see, like, okay, so this is a living, breathing city and it works.
Coming back to the heist genre is sort of a, I don't know, after Payday 2, I felt like I had so much more things to do in my head, like what I wanted that game to be. A contemporary setting limits you in so many ways. Everything you do...
Okay, so the history behind this company is real weird, because after Payday 2, they burned a bunch of money on, like, VR projects, because Ulf and his brother Bo were the heads at the time, and I think it was Bo who was the one who kind of fucked up the company. And if I remember correctly, there was, like, a weird insider trading scheme scandal that got the company raided, and like was a real shit show. So seeing the other brother come back, I think it was Bo that was the problem, and Ulf coming back maybe gives it a better sign of life. Again, I'm pulling this from like years old memory, so I might have details wrong, but yeah, seeing Ulf come back makes it maybe more palatable.
So there's something called dives in the game. It's basically a neural heist. In the middle of whatever you're doing in the normal mission, you can basically jump to this other place. Thematically, there's these architects that build these defense mechanisms that gets injected into people's minds, and then you're trying to break into one of those.
The dives allows us to explore a little bit with visual art design and gameplay design. Just tracking down this specific person that you need to make a dive into to extract information. We don't need a bank vault for that. It could be a suburban, gritty area. Or
obfuscating the typical, like, wait for the drill mechanic behind some platforming and exploration might be a good idea.
Intensity in the gameplay and change of scenery.
Depends entirely on how it plays, though.
Nightmarish sort of abstract thing.
Like, if it's just boring to slog through these, it's not going to be much of a good addition, but it could be good.
Japanese temple or fortress in the Swiss Alps.
We could just mix a lot of different stuff together because it's this very abstract place. And also with gameplay, we could go from a shooter to a platformer to a horror theme.
Or we can have sort of parkour experimentation where you can run on walls. We make the rules for what the dives are and what they can be.
The heist fantasy in general maps really well to game psychology. I'm a psychology-driven game designer to a large extent because we want to motivate you to keep playing, and also like what are we stealing and what's the economy of the game. And I'm not talking about getting people to
still looks dumb. I'm gonna reserve judgment because it looks like an early version. It looks like it's not entirely like polished yet. So I'll reserve judgment on just purely on aesthetics.
Thing we did for Payday where you would craft masks and this kind of thing.
Yeah, we're going back to the masks. I've heard people tell me before, like, oh, GTFO and then it's a masks game, right? I'm like, really? Yeah, maybe it is. But we wanted to make something different. Like, we didn't want to go fully masculine, maybe doing, you know, these big skull masks. Like, we don't want to limit us to not do it, but with the mask we have now, we actually wanted to bring some feminine, some sexiness, you know. So one of the inspirations we actually had was the Keira Knightley pout that she has. And there's also like these Japanese theater demon masks with Hannibal Lecter type of style. So as in the dives, you know, we could basically make anything. The masks are this expression to allow them to expand the world inside of themselves. So finding designs where they don't really know where to put it, in what categories, we try to hit kind of a sweet spot there. This is going to be a high-paced, intense, and a very fun, collaborative game. Playing together with friends is a beautiful thing, right? Especially when we have these situations where shit hits the fan, we panic together and try to solve it.
So if you put 4 people in a room and they play it, and you start to hear the voices go up, and they start to be loud in the room, then you know, like, yeah, it's something, you know?
If you want to find out more about Den of Wolves, head to our Steam page and make sure to wishlist now.
I'm gonna have to reserve judgment on that one. I'm trying not to be such a negative Nancy. Is early access, so maybe my biggest issue with this is the animations. Like, the animations look a little too jank for what's supposed to be a rhythm game. Maybe when it gets out of early access, they'll improve the animation quality, but I'll be honest, these kind of puzzle games never really excited me. I just don't see the appeal. Hey, demo's out now if you do see the appeal, though.
Frankie, this is my first time on the PC Gaming Show. Any advice?
It's not that hard. Just show up on time, learn your lines, and don't cross me. Don't you ever cross me, Ridley. I will destroy you. Also, tea with honey is great for a scratchy throat after a long day on set.
Okay.
Want to rehearse the next scene? It's that silly one where I'm trying to detangle a bunch of headphone cables and you learn the folly of crossing Frankie Ward. I have powerful friends and a long reach. Or you...
All right, Frankie, calm down. Don't commit murder live on stream yet.
Please. Right, the X870E Aorus Master has a few special features to make PC building easier.
Hashtag ad, hashtag shill.
SSD slot. Press a button and the heatsink comes away. Then push down on the latch to install your SSD. No screw required, which means no more crawling on the floor looking for said screw when you inevitably drop it. Then there's this Wi-Fi antenna. This combines standard 2 Wi-Fi connections into one easy to install or remove connector. No need to screw anything in. Lastly, if you want to disconnect your GPU, hit the button in the corner and pull it out. Job done.
Okay, that last thing is actually a good change because getting big, bulky, modern GPUs out of some cases is a pain in the ass. Because with the locking PCIe, it's really annoying to get some of them out.
I'm happy, the team is happy, and our boss is happy. And the players...
So an actual button you can just push to push it out of the latch? Assuming it doesn't like get damaged in shipping and accidentally break the GPU or the PCIe slot, that's a good change. I like that idea.
Death shuns you, Prince. Use this gift and right your wrongs.
I should have put up a running tally for how many platformers, how many roguelikes. I should have done that. Because this is going to be, what, the second or third one we've... With the Xbox Showcase, I think this is like the 5th of this kind of game.
You have the opportunity to save your kingdom as the worthy Prince of Persia.
Okay. Oh, another shooter. Oh, someone really liked that shot from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. We were the conductors of the train, tirelessly serving our passengers with kindness and respect.
Excuse me, this is a conductor-only residence. Please back away from the door.
Oh, it's a streamer bait game. Oh, boy. Hey, guys, have you played Repo? Have you played Phasmophobia? They can fucking kill me.
Get me out of this control room. You understand me?
My issue with these, at least in these showcases, is it's always the most, like... You hear these streamers, guys? We're trying to act like streamers, and it's so transparently fake.
Please evacuate the train.
Those ungrateful mother...
Bro, we can literally intercept the conductor, steal all his shit, and extract. Let's go, 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 go! I'll take right, you take left. Say go. Go, go, go.
Phasmo is a good game. Yeah, there are some of those streamer bait games that are good. It's just there's a real glut of them, and they never look good in these previews. I don't think they ever look good in these previews. It's not until actual streamers start playing them that people take notice. Engine fall.
Frontiers Founder Access is
Oh, here we go again. More Eve.
creating a visionary sci-fi survival
Okay,
experience.
what's the over-under on them putting fucking crypto into this?
Alone, a tiny blip in a seemingly endless universe. As you struggle to gain a foothold in this hostile world, you can build rudimentary structures, improved ships, components, and more. You'll begin to discover details about the universe and the ancient civilizations whose remnants still roam the skies. Everything requires fuel to operate, and good resource management is crucial to survival.
Not even Eve players are interested in this. Speaking as a former Eve player.
To build formidable ships, advanced
Like, because this is just the mobile game with, like, player-created content slapped on top.
Smart structures are highly customizable and open the possibility for emergent gameplay only bound by your creativity. Founders have already created custom tournaments, specialized trading hubs, advanced security systems, and more. Are you ready to lose yourself on the frontier?
Game would be good if it weren't trying to figure out how to solve a car-sized Rubik's Cube and if the game wasn't seemingly pay to win.
Really knows how to make the destruction of the universe look.
Yeah, you're 100% spot on there.
Looking forward.
Because CCP has been, well, it's more Pearl Abyss, who owns CCP and has for a while, has been really heavily pushing monetization in a not-so-subtle pay-to-win direction. And it's like, I don't know how I feel about combining that with player-generated content.
Absolutely. And now
Because it feels like it's going to fall flat on its face.
Puzzle publisher Astrological.
I'd say the days are blurring together. But what days? As for the isolation, I'm an introvert. It suits me. The contracts just keep on coming. 2 more rigs to construct. That will put me short in power. Gonna need more hydrogen generators.
Satisfactory and Factorio nerds eating good on this one. Actually, no, hold on. This looks more like a fucking mobile game. This distinctly reminds me of some mobile games I've played that had this exact gameplay loop.
On completion, we'll finally acquire an electrolytic reducer. And with all that methane on level 2...
Because I looked at the UI and I'm like, hang on. This has a mobile game UI.
Despite the fact no one really knows what's down there, I push on and keep going deeper.
The complexity and pay-to-win seeming is why I don't like Eve. The complexity is the one good part. Like, the sort of learning cliff is the one thing that kept me coming back. It's everything about CCP as a company that made me check the fuck out. Oh, it's a magnum opus game. Okay. Hope you like brain-melting puzzles. Okay. I'm not really a fan of those, like, logic-driven puzzle-solving games, but at least in that form. I'll play some Factorio, but that's a little... There's something about the juxtaposition between Factorio versus a game like that that kind of loses me. Shouldn't have a shitty onboarding process and every player not caring about whether or not you're new and therefore they murder you on principle. You're not wrong. They've improved the new player experience, but there's still some definite issues and there always will be. So you're correct in having that feeling.
This is a factory in Modulus. Here, we're producing blue cores. Let's see how we got here. This facility was built out of these 3 modules, which were stamped and dyed with pigment.
That's an interesting sort of twist on the
Produced here.
Factorio model.
Blue pigment refinery, which was constructed from these modules. Made by
Sort of Lego bricks approach. That seems interesting.
cut from cubes, which were melted from polyrock, extracted here.
So, Jacob, have you got any quick PC building tips you can share with our audience?
Here's one. You know when you accidentally drop a tiny little screw into your PC case and it just disappears?
Oh, yeah, I hate that. Do you have some cool...
Yeah, that's why you use a magnetic screwdriver, genius.
Screw is gone forever and you should pretend it never existed.
Forget I asked about tips. What can you tell me about the Radeon RX 9070 XT you're installing?
The Radeon RX 9070 XT is a hot ticket item right now, and for good reason. This is AMD's graphics division putting its best foot forward with an RDNA 4 chip.
Is
that
it
can go
though?
toe-to-toe with
Is it really?
RTX 5070 Ti. If you're worried about running out of VRAM, don't be. This comes with 16 gigabytes of GDDR6. That's plenty for gaming at 4K. Plus it supports FSR4, the latest version of AMD's upscaling technology, to help your frame rate. But what I like about it most is how easy it is to undervolt. This lets you run it with less power and still get top performance.
Generation ship was our second chance to save Earth from a ruined nature from a ruined Earth, but we failed to learn from the past. Poison, barren, withering. We must change our ways to rebuild. Solarpunk Factorio, okay. Yeah, Solarpunk Factorio, okay. So an inversion of the pollute the planet factory must grow approach. Oh, never mind. Not Solarpunk Factorio. Generation Exile. Play the demo now. You know what? I might have to check that one out. I'm interested in how the mystery mechanic plays into it.
I know our odds. Maybe it's time to consider the easy way out.
Give me all your love now. 'Cause for all we know, we might be dead by tomorrow. I can't go on wasting my time, adding scars to my heart. 'Cause all I hear is I'm not ready now.
You were always one of us.
What was that? Was that a shot of Imagine Dragons? What was that?
What if deciding, making choices was never anything more than just an illusion?
What's in your heart? But if you're not ready,
You're still making it about yourself. Just look at us.
I can be ready.
I just wanted to find a way out.
'Cause soon enough we'll die. 'Cause soon enough we'll die.
Pathfinder Abomination Vaults. A hack and slash dungeon crawl. Where
Oh, damn it. I thought it was a full Pathfinder
through
game.
a single massive labyrinth filled to the brim with monsters, treasure, and secrets. Customize each
Hack and slash games? Pass.
edition Pathfinder, or mix and match to craft the perfect hybrid. Whether adventuring solo or with friends, switch between the party's heroes on the fly to unleash almighty combo attacks to annihilate the forces of darkness. Deep below the surface, the dark sorceress Belcora Haruvex gathers her power. Are you foolhardy enough to delve into the shadowy depths of the Abomination Vaults?
Oh, hashtag ad.
We meet again, little merchant. Still taking up the challenge.
Is that Moonlighter?
of life. Torn between one endeavor and another.
Yeah, this is definitely Moonlighter. Is this Moonlighter 2?
Sides of the same precious coin. In one life, you brave dangers, while in the other, you put your skills and hustle to the test to grow your store. As you chase that vision, you may pause and wonder, is this pursuit more important than its destination? That answer lies.
Yep, there it is.
Little.
All right, that's definitely going on the list. Moonlighter is fucking excellent.
Computers aren't the only thing we build here at our hardware workshop. While Frankie and Jacob are working on the rig, Mika and I have been preparing some more elegant
Stop it, Sean.
fieldwork, spy gadgets. See here, this might appear to be a standard ATX full tower personal gaming computer. In actuality, every component is also an extremely cool spy gadget. Take, for instance, this CPU fan. In reality, Ninja Star.
Huh, that did a real number when we tried it on an intern. Well, moving on, we have our range of hidden tasers. To the untrained eye, a coffee mug.
Yeah.
In reality, a taser. Ooh, or how about this? To the untrained derriere, a roll of toilet paper. But in actuality, you guessed it, it's a taser.
Hey, what about this? Is this like a hidden listening device, USB, or is it maybe a spy camera?
That is, of course.
Oh, it's a taser. Ha ha ha.
Fine. Eventually.
Oh, the cringe is
Now let's check out
overwhelming.
our next exciting world premiere.
Is that a fucking otter with a laser beam? What is that? Who the hell weaponized the sea animals? Oh, it's barotrauma. Oh. I need to go back. I guess that's another name I need to add to the list of games I have to play in the backlog. Oh, well, hello. That's a hell of a way to introduce your game.
Responsibility. Sharing a roof with someone. Make sure they're humans. Check their eyes and teeth. An overlooked visitor will kill you.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Nope, 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 no. I hate body horror. Oh, God. No, I'm not a human. Ugh, I don't know about that. I really don't like body horror.
Hi, I'm Oscar, a solo developer, and this is my game, Botsu. It's an online multiplayer game where you control a ragdoll robot and...
Bro, you are about 5 years too late for this.
Competitions. I started making this game in my spare time, and now you can play the free demo on Steam. You'll start off in a lobby area called Bot Central, where you can meet up with your friends and mess around with the sandbox while they arrive. When you're ready, mind the gap and hop on the matchmaking train to your Botsu tournament. Your team will compete in bonkers boxball matches, steal boxes and drag your team to victory in Stockpile, and try to be the last bot standing in Sumo. It's even got physics-based power-ups, like sticky bombs, balloons that work on anything, and grappling hooks to swing the match in your favor. You can play
swing, it's a punt, kill me.
At the same time, and you can create crazy custom matches in the Steam demo right now. I hope you have fun.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that hype. I'm going to be honest.
Spotlight, hot nights, glow red in the spotlight. I say, big swerve, big roll, rich taste. I serve.
Guys, we know you're sponsored by AMD. We get it. Also, that reminds me. Shadow dropping FF16 on Xbox today? Crazy.
Coming up in the show,
What is that? Oh. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what is that? Is that raccoon sitting? Never mind. Rip those guys. All right, if you're into zombie shooters, there you go. Dragon Quest of the Wild, but multiplayer. Yeah, my honest reaction to that, that's a skip.
What an amazing collection of games we've already seen. Mika, we are really turning up the heat this year.
we sure are.
Mika, what is that?
Oh, it's thermal paste.
Oh, wait, let me guess. It doubles as like a plastic explosive, or maybe it's a...
The puns are killing me. The puns are actually going to kill me.
No, it's literally just thermal paste. You know, it transfers the heat from your CPU to your heat sinks to avoid overheating.
Oh.
Plus, it is an amazing cookie filler. It's like forbidden icing.
Mika, you can't eat thermal paste.
Of course you can, especially not with milk.
Okay, let's check in on that build again.
Can we put it in the computer?
Absolutely not, but I'm certainly going to try.
Before we get ahead of ourselves, what kind of CPU is this puppy working with?
It's with no small amount of envy that I say this. We're equipping the rig with an AMD Ryzen 9 9950 X3D processor. Put simply, this is the fastest 16-core consumer CPU money can buy. It combines the best parts of every processor ever made. The power of a 16-core monster for tough jobs, check. The gaming chops of second-gen...
While they're doing this ad, I'm going to take a quick bathroom break. I'll be right back.
This beast can work as hard as it plays, and it plays in a completely different league. It's the best processor in the world for gamers and creators, for gaming and for everything else. It's a beauty. If I wasn't putting it in the rig, I'd be tempted to walk out of here with it myself.
Phenomenal. Peak PC gaming, courtesy of PC Gamer and AMD.
Indeed. So, Plasma Globe?
Plasma Globe.
Looks like things are coming along perfectly with the rig. Which is perfect because right now we've got another exciting world premiere to show you from our friends at Fail Better Games.
The village of Chandley is small, complicated, and everyone's got their own story. For 100 years, the practice of horticulture has been under a curse, making even the simplest act of cultivation unpredictable. But you come from a long line of sorcerers steeped in the green and growing arts. Your family's old lodge has been empty for a long time, so don't expect airs and graces. Chandley may be small, but it's thick with secrets and set in its ways. Is it ready for the return of a mandrake?
The Mandrake setting is based on British history and folklore. For research, we've walked in a temperate rainforest and visited an...
This feels like they're trying to make cozy Disco
It's a
Elysium.
world where overfishing might cause a river to put a curse on you, and where you'll go delving for bright minerals in the forgotten deeps.
Sunless Sea and Sunless Skies did have some light cannibalism in them. You can't eat people in this one, but that doesn't mean that it's safe. There are old powers waiting in the corners of the world, and the night does not belong to mortals. If all of that sounds good to you...
Yeah, that might be interesting, because Sunless Sea and Sunless Sky were pretty good games. So, yeah, there might be something to that. Have a pizza pie. No, you can't have extra sausage.
A week in the life of a demon school student in under a minute. Starting now. Monday. Catch up on the news. Get a new assignment. Fight some guys using tactics. Check
Persona if it was a Game Boy game.
Investigate a
Okay.
classroom. Gain a rival. Fight some more guys. Find a dog. Wednesday. Romance your friends. Kick an egg. Fight those guys. Thursday. Follow some blood. Track down a missing sandwich. Pull a new friend out of nowhere. There's guys. You fight them. Friday. Find a cursed dog. Learn a terrible secret. Fight a really big guy. The weekend. Sing karaoke, race beetles, rent some tapes, and generally just relax. That's 1 week down, many to go. Wishlist Demon School, an RPG with tactical battles right now.
Congratulations on your assignment. You have been selected to oversee a caretaker deployment in Sector 43A. This video will introduce you
The turn here.
and its sacred directive, the preservation and propagation of the human species. After global hydrosaturation, Earth became uninhabitable. Humanity moved to orbit, but reproduction in space proved impossible. Moses responded with the Human Seed Program. Cryogenic embryos are grown to maturity in surface-based Lazarus pods, then transferred to orbital colonies for immediate workforce integration. Your caretaker unit
Oh, that's a little grim.
and orbital
That's exactly what I expected, though. Cutesy plus grim.
build build autonomous
the
power
hell?
systems and adapt to any anomaly.
Is this made by the same team that made Astroneer? Because that's the vibe. Okay, maybe
Enjoy
not.
the rest of your assignment. And remember,
You're the only one who can see
Something about that feels weird. I can't put my finger on it.
caretaker. So, you know, no pressure or anything. Hey, Sean, what was that?
I am so sorry. I may have eaten a light snack that just didn't really agree with me.
Wait a second. Did you get into my thermal paste stash again?
I prefer the term computer hummus.
No, that's definitely a train, which means we are right on track for our next world premiere. Sean, no!
God. If I was playing a drinking game for every time they did puns, I would be fucking dead. Is this a survival crafting game? Please. Oh, God, of course it is. Well, at least they haven't mentioned 416 roguelikes, because goddamn with the roguelikes at the future game show. But at this point, I take a roguelike over another crafting survival game, if I'm being totally honest. I don't want to make another stone axe in my life. Railborn. Nope. Sorry, I cannot do another crafting survival game. Oh, never mind. We're in the crafting survival hour of the show, aren't we? So just go ahead and look at your watch for the next 20 minutes on this one. I just have a feeling that's where we're headed. Okay, maybe we're headed to deep sea hell instead. It looks very pretty, at least. Oh, never mind. It is another crafting survival game. At some point, you've gone off the rails. Get it? Because train... Kill me. Multiplayer demo now live? No thanks.
Prospector, Norex would like to offer you an opportunity. We have some dirty work we need you to take care of. At your own risk, of course. Keep your mouth shut and you'll be rewarded. You want to hunt monsters? Join Norex.
And don't ask questions.
This feels a little like Pacific Drive, but with junk. That's the vibe I'm getting here. I didn't really like Pacific Drive, if I'm honest. The grind very quickly got old, and yet this is basically Pacific Drive. Pacific Drive tower defense? Okay, that's an interesting combo, but still that's a negative. So trying something unique, I guess.
So you're good at building PCs, but can you build other things? Like a car?
No, Frankie. I can't build a car.
What about like a winching system to pull something heavy out of, for example, a lake?
I mean, maybe I could put together...
Say a car was in a lake and you needed to winch it out. Could you at least build a ramp to make the winching a bit easier?
Is that something you want to tell me?
I drove your car off a ramp and into a lake. But I only did it to put the fire out.
Oh, classic Frankie, trashing cars and ruining people's lives and threatening them with murder.
Just check out this ramp. You should install these before you start shopping for a new car.
Oh, that's the Corsair Dominator Titanium DDR5. This kit is perfect for building an all AMD Ryzen build at 6,000 megatransfers a second and with low latency. However, we've also stuffed something special here, a light enhancement kit. That's a pair of dummy sticks that look the part but don't actually contain any memory chips. This is a great solution for an AMD build.
That's a thing?
You stick to the more reliable slots on the motherboard, 2 and 4, while looking the part. It also pairs nicely with our Haven 420.
What fucking moron would put... Who cares if you've got a full suite of lights in your fucking RAM slots?
Perfect hardware combo for anyone looking to frag draw cards, explore...
That might be the stupidest PC invention I've seen in a while.
Pick a list. Why not check out this exciting upcoming game?
World changed in the blink of an eye. The outpost where we hoped to find salvation has stopped responding. We found it abandoned, all in ruins. Now we have to find out what happened and rebuild what's left.
Cthulhu punk. You know what? I'm not opposed to it.
As we make the most of the little space the tree afford, we live under a constant threat from the fog. Not an ordinary mist that we knew before, but one that overwhelms us with the worst kind of fear. And yet, if we want to survive in the new conditions, we must not only fight the fog, we must explore it, research it, understand it, as the fate of our people, maybe even the world, depends on it. And all before fear consumes us all. The tree provides. The tree protects. The tree prevails.
I need to go back and play Frostpunk 2. Dark Switch. Well, that's another one for the list. Oh, we've entered the fighting game section. Oh boy. Captain of Tiger Army Invasion Squad. Why does this feel like it's trying extremely hard to be Berserk?
Coming up in the show...
I'm gonna be real, these little coming up sections so they can slot another ad into the running time are really annoying. Like, just play the damn trailers. What? Hang on, Jesus!
Your cult is waiting for prophets to lead them. Convert the feeble-minded. Learn the occult. Spread
Very Cult of the Lamb. Like, very Cult of the Lamb.
in the god of your choice.
It's a cool aesthetic.
Depths to the mortal world. Now go. Vanquish the opposition. Burn the non-believers. Indoctrinate the uncivilized. And survive the horrors. Grow in power and strength. Unlock new unholy sorceries to overcome the mightiest of enemies. You have what it takes to worship the Eldritch?
Also wood. The giant white monster thing, not the Space combat is usually like very much my thing. Like this feels very similar to the flight characteristics of the X series of games like X3 and X4. But this visual style, there's something about it that just doesn't work. Maybe I'll give it a shot anyway.
After almost a decade, Muse Games is bringing us a follow-up to the airship combat game Guns of Icarus.
Now, as with all professions, our work...
I knew I recognized Icarus somewhere, but yeah, it's a multiplayer airship shooter, then never mind.
We stand on the shoulders of giants. Crafty, unhinged giants.
Which is why I am pleased to present, in an attaché case full of throwing knives and tear gas canisters, the latest intel on Bond.
There it is. They've been setting this up the whole damn show. They're finally going to show First Light. Please, God, let us see some gameplay.
When things got together and we figured out that we were going to work on such a legendary IP, we're very, very excited. It's a huge opportunity. And also the fact that it hasn't been a game for 14 years just adds to the excitement of a comeback of this game in gaming.
The colleagues that we have here are phenomenal.
This is one I'm actually super interested in. Provided they actually put Hitman-style gameplay into it.
And applying it.
Like the repeatable mission structures of like freelancer mode and all the other modes in Hitman, this needs that.
Characters and locations that I think are going to make the fans of the novels and the fans of the movies and the cinematic history really smile. In any kind of IP where there's some known aspects of the character, you can initially view these as constraints, but really they're strengths because we get to work with all these amazing partners. Aston Martin and Land Rover, collaborations with Omega, and all of these things lends itself a sense of credibility to the player that this is a real James Bond experience.
Crafting this character has been both exciting and extremely challenging because it's a balance between being very true to Ian Fleming's novels on the character, yet bringing some part of IO into that.
The most special thing about our version of Bond is that it's an IO reimagination of the origin of Bond himself, and it allows us to really dive in and learn about what it takes to enter this world of espionage.
It was very important to us from early on that we didn't want to synthesize Bond. We didn't want to go in and cherry pick qualities from different aspects of story.
Well, that's good to hear.
We wanted to make something that was fully original. So he's young. He's someone who doesn't yet know all the things we know about James Bond. He has all the core qualities. So he's irreverent, he's inherently charming, he's funny, but he's not yet cold, he's not callous, he's a more energetic. He has that impatience of youth built into him.
Somewhere in between a naive, not yet worn down, principled young man, and then that journey onto this hard-hitting, colder guy that we might recognize. That space there was really inspiring to us.
He is very true to his North Star and his values. And the story is very much about when you meet the harsh, political, dangerous world out there, how does a young man fare while still retaining his values?
Not only will we get to experience the character changes and the lessons he needs to learn, but also how he gets his famed gear.
The world is a big part of how you solve the problems as you get to them, using the environment and weapons and charm, and obviously gadgets is a huge part of that. We have a lot of the gadgets you'd expect, and then quite a few you wouldn't.
So our longtime fans from our Hitman franchise can expect to recognize some of these core elements from our interactive in our James Bond game.
A really core aspect of this game is what we call creative approach. And it has to do with standing outside a lavish location. We're going to give you an objective.
Okay, so they are using the setup from Hitman missions.
To be able to do that in a bunch of different ways.
Good.
But I think the biggest difference is that you need a lot of patience to play Hitman. You need to be sitting there seeing the patrol. He goes over there and he likes wine and you overhear that thing. But Bond, he can also just walk through the front door. I'm actually just going to go and talk to them. I'm just going to go punch him right now. If you're a James Bond that wants to crouch along, you know, the covers and be careful and all that.
Okay, it is very much Hitman style gameplay then. From what that little glimpse, yeah, that feels very Hitman.
Spycraft is part of our DNA. However, in terms of Bond, there are two key differences.
The agent we were working with before, he is an empty shell, right? He's a chameleon, whereas just Bond is very much a personality.
A big part of the fun of
I have to wonder how they're going to work that aspect of having a character with more personality into the gameplay. Because a big part of the story in Hitman was Agent 47, like they said, being a husk. So I have to wonder how the story and the gameplay are going to intertwine with this game. And how convincing, immersive, whatever you want to say, it's going to be.
Much more focused on saving the world.
I think it's safe to say that we were dialing the action to 12 on this one. We wanted a physical Bond. We wanted fighting to be visceral and brutal and violent and super fun and exciting. So we spent a great amount of energy on making a system of...
Look at this guy. Wow. They 100% put those there for the video.
Punch them and throw them into each other, use the environment.
We really did strides and upping the dynamism, the kinetic feel of the combat, be that the melee combat and the shooting and the seamless in and out between that. It's very, very exciting. We as a studio and as a team have evolved a lot to do top class action, spectacle moments and spectacle situations, all interactive. The situations you get into are absolutely wild. It's because that's the 360 experience that our fans deserve and expect from a Bond experience.
And we've really pushed our engine to sort of bring on this higher level of spectacle and fidelity to the game.
This production has pushed our internal tech beyond, like miles ahead of what we were able to do before.
Depicting these beautiful...
I'm hoping it performs well. That's my next concern. Since they're talking about how much they're pushing their tech, my next concern is performance.
Take everything we know, but also evolving with technology to deliver an experience that is more advanced than we've ever done before.
This has to be a larger-than-life action adventure story, and that's what we've delivered. But it's always with character at its center. There's never action for action's sake. It's because it leads to the next thing. It's because he needs and has to do this in order to succeed.
Having worked on Hitman on and off for 20 years, this is the combination of all that work, all that skill, all that practice coming together and finally seeing the ultimate spy fantasy come to life.
Not a lot to go on there, I'll be real. I gotta see more of it. I'm interested in it. I'm probably gonna pick it up anyway. But I gotta see more before I'm absolutely sure. L, bozo. Oh, that looks... What in the fuck is that supposed to be? Is that intentionally trying to look like an asset flip? Because that's the vibe I get from it. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna... I have no opinion on that other than no thank you, because that looks like the most asset flip I think I've ever seen in one of these showcases.
Ended. We shielded our city. Safe but trapped. We endured. Until now. Until you, time traveler. Only you can shatter our chains, guide our armies, defend our kingdom, propel the evil hordes. Rebuild what the enemy shattered.
Wait, I'm almost certain I played a demo for this.
Our city, the lands of bastions.
Because it looks very similar to a game I played a demo for a while back.
Of power waiting to be claimed.
I'll have to see the name so it'll jog my memory because I don't even remember what it's called.
The hordes of the Unraveler shall halt your advance. Your strength will never cease to grow. Once banished, you will break us free.
Eversiege. Nope, it's not. That's not what I was thinking of. But it's a roguelite and looks like a tower defense game. I hate coming down on so many of these releases, but a lot of these games just meh.
It's in your best interest to listen to me.
Somebody really liked Postal is what I get here. Bonk.
Good work. Good back to
The gunplay looks solid at least.
As you can see, we are running a fine-tuned engine of gaming goodness. Oh, speaking of, Sean, what's going on with the rig?
Let's find out. Frankie,
I'd kill me.
Status report?
We're doing great down here.
They still haven't put it in the fucking case yet.
I'm just wiring up everything with our Gigabyte Aorus X870E motherboard. It's got a suite of features for reliable overclocking and memory performance, and its built-in thermal armor and heatsinks will keep our Ryzen X3D rig running great without running hot. And of course, our GPU, a Gigabyte Radeon RX.
Oh, brother, this guy sucks.
And 3rd gen AMD ray tracing tech for competitive 4K performance.
Awesome. And for those of you who want to speed up your own PC build, I've got a technique I always use. A montage.
A what?
I almost want to sit down and like run through the runtime and see how much of this showcase was ad versus how much was video game. I'm almost certain it's like 50-50.
Oh, a montage. Right. Great idea, Frankie.
Freeze frame high five?
Freeze frame what?
Not gonna lie, I'm starting to get a little bit worried about the rig booting, but oh, perfect.
Oh, God.
In the meantime, here's some new tech for you, or should I say, some new Terra tech.
I wonder how many times they tried that and messed it up. Did you know there's at least one take where he missed and almost hit her in the face? Hey guys, you know about Vampire Survivors? What if we put it in a truck? It's better than most of the Vampire Survivors clones out there, of which there are 47 bajillion. So I'll give it that much. Terratech Legion. If you ever look at the early access list or the new releases on Steam or the discovery queue on Steam, you will see very obvious trends among indie developers. And it's always, every time a big new game happens or like a big thing blows up on Twitch, 100 indie developers rush to clone it. It happened with Supermarket Sim. It happened with Vampire Survivors. Name a game that was popular on Twitch, and it will have 100 clones a week later. This is such a girl game. Not that that's bad, but this is so Sims it hurts. Okay. Not a huge Sims guy, but that seems fine. God, Christ. You could not make a shittier looking survival game if you try. Come on. Oof, them animations, though. Tell me this is made in Unity without telling me this is made in Unity. Oh, it was in Unreal? That's surprising. That definitely felt like a Unity game, aka dog shit. Oh my God, they actually made it open into the case after an hour.
I didn't see you there.
Hallelujah! Somebody fucking get the presses running and call the media.
Folks upstairs. It's a surprise, you see. When you see them, just let them know that they can add any of today's exciting games to their wish list. Follow the link below to see all the goodies in today's show. And in the meantime, let's see what our friends over at Rogue Snail have been cooking up.
Meu Deus. Perdoe essa pobre coitada. Que de joelhos rezou bocado, pedindo pra chuva cair sem parar.
Nuda's War. That seems... It seems better than your typical action RPG. Exile-like, I don't know how I feel about that. Like, Path of Exile, you are not. Never mind. You had me, and then you lost me. Stop putting roguelike mechanics in every goddamn game.
Que nem mesmo cactos consegue brotar.
Spanish Path of Exile, you almost had me. Or I should say Portuguese. Never mind, it's Brazilian. It's Portuguese. Portuguese Path of Exile, you almost fucking had me. And then you lost me. You got your massive skill tree, you got your fast-paced combat, and then you just had to put roguelike shit in it. I read that as Hellcock, I'm not gonna lie.
Massacrar novamente, Pajé. Eles vão nos massacrar. A
Hell Clock. It might get a chance. I might give it a chance. I'll just have to see how annoying the roguelike stuff is. What the fuck? Comrade Commissar, go away.
You've tried to flee.
No, leave the kitty alone.
And it pains me deeply. But a lamb that's always lost. Has to be gold. Chef, opening your own restaurant may feel like a fairy tale, but it's trickier than it looks.
Hearthstone Tavern Keeper. That's a combo I've never seen before.
At the door, elder gods are summoned. All of this can really burn your biscuits, but you will be forged in the fires of the kitchen. Sharpen your knives and master the magic of food.
I appreciate when games try to make, you know, some kind of a unique twist on a known formula. Even when I'm not interested in them, I appreciate when they do things like this.
Hey, let's check in on how things are progressing with the ring. And make sure there aren't any saboteurs in the mix. Hey, Mika, how are the kids looking down there?
Guys, I think that was foreshadowing.
It's not looking great. They're hooking up a... Oh my god, they're hooking up the PC to a printer.
No, printer, it's too dangerous. I told them the rig is way too valuable to be anywhere near a printer.
I know.
We have to stop them.
No. It's too late because they're downloading a driver.
Oh,
wait.
God, why?
Maybe it's an okay. Jacob looks like he's laughing. Oh, no, he's sobbing.
Oh, no.
And now he's cursing God. I can, yeah. Oof.
Why, you maniacs, why? Damn you, printers. Haven't you taken enough from us?
Yeah, fuck printers. Especially HP.
Apocalypse from hordes of mutants and co-op roguelite gun touchables.
Oh, for real, fuck printers. Who here wants to pay a subscription for Printer Inc? Raise your hand. Anybody? Thought so.
Welcome to Gun Touchables. It's not a game, it's a state of mind. It's about having such a cool gun, you're untouchable. That's why they call it Gun Touchables. Collect crates in the wasteland to help you kick more ass. But your enemies are getting upgraded too, and that's where things heat up. So get ready to blow stuff up. And smack stuff with a shovel. And shred stuff with a bone.
Edgy gun survivors, guys.
Survival is about sticking together. It's about getting badass guns and even more badasser upgrades.
And even more badasser badasses? Oh, come on, that was an easy one. You should have thrown that one in there.
Maniacal mutants that want nothing more than to pound you into hamburger meat. There's
What?
only one way
Pound what, huh?
And that's to become Gun Touchable. Coming to early access on June 17th.
Like the music. Onka. Ultra kill. Oh boy, boomer shooter. Ultra Kill is a damn good game. It's probably one of the better boomer shooters out there. But not even really a boomer shooter, because as you can see, that's a little more unique. Soon, TM. Okay, so 2027, 2028.
Coming up in the show.
That's Bolt Gun 2. Speak of the devil. Stereo Haven Tower. Okay.
And this is the
Wait a minute.
Superhero Dispatch Network. I hope you're ready for your first shift.
Wait.
Hello. Who are you?
Hey, team. This is your dispatcher.
Oh, this is 911 operator, but for superheroes. That's an interesting idea.
Watch and learn, Sonny.
I could see giving that a whirl.
Today's Friday. I know.
Oh, an Annapurna game. Prepare to either be horribly depressed or insanely happy. Now turn it into Burnout and crash into the nearest biker. Wheel World.
Wheel World is the rare kind of game that leaves you asking the important questions, like, why aren't all the world's bicycles shaped like hot dogs?
We can only hope the
What?
answer reveals itself.
Mika, are you high?
Until then, let's turn our attention.
Also, who wrote that? No, for real, who wrote that? Oh, God, not
to the next
FBC
game from
Firebreak.
Remedy.
Oh,
and if my tracker is working properly,
isn't this their fucking extraction shooter bullshit? If I remember correctly, this is what that... Yeah. Pass.
It's been 6 years now since we've been locked in with the hiss. I don't care about your day job if you can hold a gun and use a tool.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
I'll be frank with you, this ain't an easy shift. But at least you won't be alone. Your fellow firebreakers will have your back. Fight together.
Yeah, he's been shot in the chest. Just tap him on the back a few times. He'll be fine. Hey-yo.
Ground and stick together. It'll be more than enough to survive.
Yee. Okay, that combination of movement and gunplay looks interesting. But, I mean, also, it's just a multiplayer shooter. Like, interesting movement and unique enemy designs can't carry these games forever.
So, that's the job. Sounds simple enough.
Well, that's sooner than I thought it was.
I've got a liability waiver here with your name on it.
That trailer was
Bro,
absolutely...
why are the post-it notes spreading like the plague? What?
Days. It might have been the post-it notes, the traffic lights, and the slight feeling of regret in the shower. What have we signed up to? Mike Kayata, you're the game director of FBC Firebreak from Remedy Games. Thank you so much for joining us. What have we signed up to here?
Yeah, lots. So that was our big launch trailer. We're coming out in just over a week now, so we're really excited to share a lot more of the game, stuff that we haven't shown, a little bit of all of the 5 jobs.
Chat, over under on this falling flat on its face within 6 months. What do you think?
I remember when Control came out in...
Also, I'm pretty sure that post-it note was not supposed to fall there and they just left it in.
In FBC. Why was now the right time to revisit?
Yeah, so right now it was just a great time for us to kind of go back to the oldest house. We never wanted it to kind of feel like we were retreading on Control, and that was like definitely something we thought about a lot. And one of the reasons why we shifted into a first-person perspective, so you could kind of go back into the oldest house and see it from fresh eyes in a different way.
I mean, you did have a lot of fun in Control. And also, we're in first person this time, so...
Yeah, so...
Control is objectively a better game than any extraction shooter. I don't know why they decided to take it in this direction, I'll be totally honest. Because, like, this is me personally, it just doesn't feel like a continuation. It feels more like it feels like a cash grab is the best way I can describe it, if I'm being a little pessimistic.
Because, Control was very carefully built for a single-player experience. Since we are sort of a kind of joke around with your mates and just kind of have fun thing, we didn't want to totally like betray that franchise, but we did want to take those kind of recipe components and just flip them around.
Tries too hard to be fire, involving fire, but lacking fire. Okay. Yeah, I can see your reasoning there.
A lot of the
kind of agree with that.
Higher value. So, for example, like you saw Sticky Ricky, our gigantic monster made out of sticky notes. In one of our trailers, you know, somebody I think actually shouts like "Sticky Ricky, Sticky Ricky," which was to us very, very funny, but to that character, completely terrifying.
And Sticky Ricky is joining us today.
Yes.
He's just getting himself together, and maybe he'll answer a few of my questions.
Say I don't necessarily.
Oh, Sticky Ricky, guys, we have a quirky character too. Yay!
Yeah, absolutely. So the game is kind of built around a trifecta of kind of saved loadouts that are centered around tools. We call these crisis kits, and each one was developed with a
So there are 3 classes.
So
That's one thing that annoys me when they do showcases like this, is they find the most obtuse way to describe a basic mechanic to make themselves sound unique. Just say you have 3 classes.
One, which is a tool that kind of looks like a pogo stick mixed with a defibrillator, and you might be surprised, but we always have this as like a precision and tactical instrument, just because you can kind of relocate yourself and move around easily. And then we have the last really complex tool, which is literally just a wrench. Just a wrench. It's a gigantic piece of steel. So we made a lot of active decisions to try to get people right into the gameplay. So that's at the cost of some direct storytelling, but we haven't scrimped any on the world building and the big narrative and what it feels like to be inside of the oldest house.
We do associate Remedy with these big narrative games, so much imagination, atmosphere, obviously Alan Wake, obviously Control.
Sure.
So this feels like a new departure for you guys moving into this space. So why?
Yeah. And to be clear,
Actually, good question.
You shouldn't go into this
I want to
game
hear this.
whatsoever expecting those type of experiences, which, by the way, I personally adore. I started Remedy as a massive fan of Remedy, so this isn't a pushback on that type of experience. But the thing is that we, as soon as we started making more than one game at the same time, we just wanted to say, hey, is there a way to kind of like open the doors? If you are a huge Control head and you know all the lore and you really love it, and you can't convince your friends to try this game out, we wanted to give that kind of step in. So even though it's not really what Remedy is today, I do hope that a little over a week from now, it will be part of what Remedy is in the future.
So, Mike, as an online cooperative shooter, what does this game look like in, say, a year's time?
Yeah, that's a great question, especially because...
Do you want the real answer to that, Frankie, or the corpo answer?
One of the big things that we're about is avoiding kind of like FOMO, like engagement. You know, you don't need to check in every day. We're not going to kind of add a timed battle pass. So if you come in on day one and you come back to us a year from now, all you're going to see is all the great stuff that we add. And speaking of that, already in this year, we're going to add 2 more jobs. That adds to the other 5 game modes that we ship with, already growing it by about 40% by the end of the year. We've got additional endgame systems and lots of plans.
I'm just pitching, it's a stapler, like opened out, and it just...
Okay, I have news for you. There is a stapler in the game.
I'm a genius.
So in the game, actually in that trailer, you probably saw that big traffic light. That's actually called the red light. It's an altered item you may have seen in Control. It's now corrupted by the hiss, and in certain settings, it can show up and kind of hit you with a big red light. You're not allowed to move until it gives you a green light. There's another one, which is a stapler, which if you are a super Control nerd, you might remember from some of the posters in the oldest house. Is that a stapler and altered item? And then you see a nice little clip art of a stapler. Well,
At least they're trying to tie it in with the lore and setting of Control to give them something to work with. Because if this was just a brand new IP, like just going full bore off of nothing, it wouldn't have a chance.
Play this game, of course, we're on all the major consoles, on Epic Game Store, or you can head over to Steam, where you can wishlist the game today. It comes out June 17th. Grab your friends, and we hope to see you there.
Well, go on then. Go clean the oldest house. Sign up today. Thank you so much.
Good luck, Remedy. You're probably going to need it.
Ah, the FBC. Lovely bunch over there for, as long as they last.
Hey, didn't we cook up a few trinkets for FBC personnel at some point?
I mean, we offered, but spy gadgets just don't hit the same way when you spend your whole day working with evil typewriters and turn your bones backwards.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Well, up next, if you've been looking for the perfect excuse to wear a toga, and who hasn't, here's a look at Ubisoft's next entry in the long-running strategy city builder, Anno 117, Pax Romana.
Hang on a minute. It is an Ubisoft game, so temper your expectations, but hang on.
Immortalized in ornateness, here's a little lesson. in greatness. If governing is your vocation, it's all about location, location, location.
Go where you've never gone before.
Find a religion
Or five.
or more.
Romanize your territories. Or keep them Celtic if you please.
Sharpen your steel or lose your head. I'd prefer Pax Romana instead.
Show us some gameplay. Come on, show us some actual mechanics. Okay, city building. Building resource tile. Yep. Religious buildings. Seems pretty standard Anno stuff. Oh, hang on. Let's see. I didn't notice anything from that little glimpse that stood out. Hey guys, pre-order. Give Ubisoft more of your money. No, fuck Ubisoft as a company. But I might still buy that if it reviews well.
And I was gonna. I thought I told
Oh God, fuck this game.
Like, what's
This is the one. This is the only one so far that I'm like, no.
What when you get to the top of the tower? What's there?
It's like a top of a tower.
Hey guys, you remember Goat Simulator and Co-op? We totally aren't just copying that stupid bullshit and making a broken physics game that no one actually has fun playing and only throws out a window after 3 hours. It might sound slightly pessimistic, but I do not like these kinds of games. They're just YouTuber bait. They just want Markiplier screaming his fucking head off on that footage.
Probably nothing up there anyway. Yep.
It'll be funny to watch Markiplier yell. At a certain point, I just get kind of meh on that kind of content. Like, I'm in my 30s. That maybe 15 years ago that would have been funnier. Now it's like, okay, it's the same thing you did 10 years ago. And this is clearly Bolt Gun 2, right? It's gotta be. No, Dark Tide? Wait a minute. Dark Tide is fucking sick. Go back, show some more Dark Tide. I want to see some more of that. Gave me Judge Dredd vibes. I could see that. They needed to take a whole slot to sell a skin pack. Yeah. Aggressive monetization is so fun to deal with. Not.
I'm sure you're eager to see more of the rig, and I'm eager to show it. So let's check back.
No, we're not, Mika. I'm sorry. We're eager for you to move on past this bit.
Hi, Mika. We have had a slight hiccup. Looks like Jacob forgot the #1 rule of a new PC build.
An offering before you start, or computer spirits drink your heart. He forgot the sacrifice.
You have to do the sacrifice.
You've got to do the sacrifice.
Can we scold me later?
All right, I should cut him loose while he's still got blood. Sit still, Jacob. I don't want to hit any important bones.
I am loving how normal things are today. And a quick reminder, you can find every single game from today's show in one place at the PC Gamer Steam page over at pcgamer.com/wishlist. My own wishlist is currently buckling under the strain of so many amazing games.
And you know what? Speaking of amazing
You're
games,
not wrong, Sean. You're really not. There's a lot of games today.
published by Punkle,
It'd be a lot less of an annoyance to watch all this if you'd stop talking about fucking AMD. Whoever designed this set is stupid. They're clearly they set it up from the beginning of the show that they're going for like a 007 Bond kind of thing, but it doesn't. It's got some weird choices, like the desk being on the wrong side. Like thematically, it's a little confused. Wait, the Emperor, hang on, what? Yo, that is cool as hell. Berserk or Die. Okay, that's going on the list. Just from the aesthetics, that's going on the list. The drawer. The drawer facing the wrong way. Yeah. Oh, more boomer shooter. Okay, Temu Borderlands, calm down now. Gunplay at least looks interesting in this, but Mycopunk. It feels a little too Borderlands for me. I'm kind of like soured on that style of gameplay. Maybe it's just because Randy Pitchford's an asshole.
Delighted to meet you.
Open your mind.
This could be a party.
We simply can't pass it up.
Off we go, Buckaroo! Lippo Plus, for when you want something a little different. Coming your way.
Hey, yo.
What's on your mind? Aliens, the anomaly.
Dude, how much acid was involved in this?
Through it.
We already are.
The Bend is a planet-wide hallucination and a hoax.
Everybody seems so anxious to say something that they don't get their facts straight first.
Consider the Bend as a source of signal intrusions and dangerous interference.
The Bend is the future. It's our future.
Couldn't catch me zooming into any bend in space.
Let us eagerly embrace the abyss.
The Nether.
Dimension. Television.
Only on Blippo Plus.
What?
All those games have looked great.
Okay, developers, publishers, when you make a trailer about whatever the fuck you're trying to sell, make it comprehensible.
Started Morbid Metal a few years ago as a
Because you have to be 10 levels beyond high to figure out whatever that was. I have no idea what that was.
And I can't wait to show you more. Morbid Metal is a fast-paced, roguelite hack and slash that is built for intense combo-driven combat. You play as an advanced AI, trapped inside a deadly simulation.
Show the product, like, bro, exactly. Like, we don't care about your goofy bits. You're not Devolver. I think only Devolver Digital could get away with that kind of trailer, and even then they wouldn't overdo it.
It's a bit like switching weapons in a shooter, except here you're switching full-on playstyles. Each character has their own unique combat style and active abilities, which are unlocked as you explore the simulation. You can even chain attacks between different characters. Start with Vector to quickly dispatch enemies, switch to Flux for a flurry of hits, and finish your combo with Echo's special attack. Mastering each playstyle will be essential, as you'll face a variety of powerful enemies, each with their own attack patterns and weaknesses. And at the end of every biome, you'll face powerful bosses. These are
If that's polished and balanced well, that can be really good.
but rewarding. Each new run reshapes the world. Layouts shift, enemy types change, and you'll have...
Because if it's not well balanced, then it'll be just annoying to fight some of those enemies.
Choose character upgrades, buffs, or curses that change how you play. Some of these choices push you to take risks, others offer abilities, rewards, and modifiers, which alter your combat style, making each run truly unique. Play the free demo tomorrow during Steam Next Fest and wishlist now for early access on August 20th.
That setup did not match platforming gameplay at all. I thought that was going to be some kind of narrative-driven game. What the fuck is going on? Vampire Survivors with an upgrade system like for Morbid Metal. Yeah, I could see that. It seems like closer to... I saw that, I thought more Neo plus like upgrade system without the loot that Neo has. But then again, we just saw like maybe 15 seconds of gameplay, so... Oh boy, it's a German simulator game. Oh boy. Someone's going to spend 3,000 hours of their life driving a digital bus.
Good morning, Emberville. Today is the first day of our very own public bus service. The bus services will start in the tracks and ash tree, but will expand to more neighborhoods as passenger approvals roll in. The City Council says this will be the test to see if more public infrastructure is worth improving. So get out there, ride the bus, and let your voices be heard.
Someone will spend thousands of hours on this simply because, yeah.
Hey, Sean, should we...
Totally wouldn't be me. Nope.
Make sure there's no production line issues holding up the rig.
Well, that's a great idea, and I've invented the...
I love dumb simulators like that. I spent way too much time in Farming Sim.
Window right behind us. We could just look through that.
Oh, look through a window? What is this, the Stone Age?
You know, I'm pretty sure they didn't have windows in the Stone Age, Sean.
Why would I use an obsolete Stone Age technology when the wristwatch I invented is capable of tracking my steps and hacking into any camera system on the planet instantly?
Okay, that's actually really amazing, Sean.
Well, I'm glad you like it because I took the liberty...
I prefer the truck sim games. That's fair.
A gift from me to you. Here, tap on the icon and you'll instantly hack into the warehouse cameras.
Okay, Sean, this is a little bit much. Wait, I have to make an account to use this?
Well, it's a free trial
Look,
for 7
every time. Now that you mentioned it, I didn't notice the desk was backwards until you mentioned it. Now I can't unsee it.
Sean,
now it's just the only thing that stands out.
my Steam account.
Also, why is that Nintendo controller like sitting there? There's not even a Nintendo Entertainment System anywhere. Atmosphere. Get it? Because you have to travel far in a game. It feels like a crafting, like, survival game. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. Please, God, don't be fucking Marathon. Hey, it's not that. It just has the same color palette. Whoever set that up had no clue where the camera was going to be. You're probably right. They probably threw that one together when they, it might have had a random change at a certain point, and they just threw that set together to kind of be like, we're going to throw, like, 007 as one of our set piece games, so we got to design our set around it. Maybe they underwent a change, and that mistake was left in because they changed it, like, later in the production process. Or they just thought it looked aesthetic. Void Breaker. I was going to say cozy game, but mature farming sim is a choice. The only criticism I have of Marathon, aside from the fact that it feels like it's going to struggle to find an audience. They're trying to revive a game they clearly forgot about. What I think it is, and this is a common thing with copyright and trademark, is you have to either defend or constantly use your rights to be able to hold them, right? Movie studios do this a lot. It feels like Bungie did that, so their hold on Marathon didn't lapse. It feels like that's the entire reason Marathon exists, so they could hold on to the IP. And, like, the alleged art theft is like, they can fix that to some degree, but a lot of the, like, aesthetic and art style is tied up to something that is allegedly stolen from another artist. And that feels kind of shitty.
Cozy life sim filled with supernatural horrors, just like my everyday to-day life. And of course, it's from Blumhouse Games.
You know, I often felt that the only thing missing from Stardew Valley was the ever-present danger of...
Hope Bungie realizes they done fucked up by walking away from Halo. You're definitely not wrong. I mean, most people would agree that 343 has kind of been bumbling around with the Halo franchise for a bit, especially after Infinite.
On this most auspicious of nights, I would like to raise a toast. New friend.
Harry Potter? What the hell?
Welcome.
That definitely was Harry Potter on the left, right?
We've got to get out of here.
This will help.
I'll keep an eye out.
This feels like a board game turned into a video game. Betrayal at House on the Hill, specifically. 343 is full of former Halo devs. Okay.
Did you seriously rob me? Is that blood?
God! Oh, God! Keep your cards close to your chest.
No, this isn't right.
For you'll need to decide who you can trust.
Is somebody there?
Before the rest.
They never had the creative director to keep the game in line. Yeah, I think it's a leadership problem. With a lot of studios, it's not just unique to 343. I think a lot of gaming studios in this era, both indie and AAA, have a leadership issue.
Bloodlines unofficial patch, Doom 3 Phobos, and more mods join GOG. Pre-installed and ready to play, smooth as never before. Just
I thought that, okay, never mind.
click download and install it. It's
That's them trying to compete with Steam Workshop. But yeah, there's a lot of developers and studios that are kind of like feeling the power creep, not the power creep, but the insidious creep of like vulture capital influence. And it's like clearly creating this mentality of growth over quality. At least that's my take on it. Whoever they had to lead the game direction clearly had no clue what Halo was. Halo 4 was alright, but short as fuck. Wait, I just looked back at the screen and they just name drop Sky Oblivion. I never played 5 because it's an Xbox exclusive still. I never played 4. I stopped playing after Halo 3. So it's been a long time since I touched Halo as a franchise. Like I skipped 4 and 5. I played a tiny bit of Halo Infinite. This game has been in early access for so long, I don't know if it's ever coming out. It's clearly trying to be Animal Crossing, but... Director needs to be replaced with someone who knows what Halo is, what Halo fans expect and want. I think part of the problem is that a lot of Halo fans are older and getting like the finger on the pulse of what they actually want from games, in juxtaposition with having a game model that's sustainable. Like, you have to monetize it somehow, and the modern sort of thought process of monetization is very much predicated on like battle pass type thinking, rather than what, say, Halo 2 or Halo 3 did, and using cosmetics and maps as your primary monetization model. So I think if you're gonna pull the franchise back to its roots, I guess you could say, you kind of have to reconfigure how you're thinking about monetization. I think that's where they got sort of lost.
Power this bad boy up. What do you think?
Please let this thing blow up. It'll be hilarious.
Sean, would you like to do the honors?
Oh, you guys, I thought you'd never ask. Ugh. It's alive!
It's beautiful. It calls to me.
I love it more than any parent could love their child.
As a mother, I take offense to that. But in this case, I'll allow it. And if you are watching this now, this very PC could be yours. Mika, what do they need to know?
That's right, you could be the proud owner of the rig. In all of its top-of-the-line AMD-powered gaming glory. All you need to do
As far as Halo Infinite's multiplayer, I played it, but it got infested with cheaters fairly quickly. That was mostly my experience too. Like, you need aggressive anti-cheat in these day and age, and a lot of people are like weirdly pushbacky about it. I understand being pushbacky on DRM, but anti-cheat is one of those where like I'm okay if you have to monitor some shit to protect the integrity of the game, especially.
May the Lord protect me from the evil within. May the Lord protect me from the evil within. May the Lord protect me from the evil within. May the Lord protect me from the evil within. May the Lord protect me from the evil within. May the Lord protect me from the evil within.
Wow, we're hitting the dregs, Jesus. A fucking slot machine game? Woo! Campaign Bro is pretty top tier. I didn't play all the way through it. I barely remember it, if I'm honest. Definitely a good direction go, but it needs to bring back the UNSC as a whole instead of remnants of a ship. Yeah, returning to its roots, and like the issue is, how do you walk back the lore progression? Because you've got the Banished and all these other things that are like part of the lore now. How do you reconcile those changes over time with a, not a regression, but a like return to form?
We're PlayFusion, a studio done playing by AAA rules who still believe games belong to players. Descendant is an FPS capture the flag reimagining where strategy collides with chaos.
Oh, okay. We saw this yesterday with the, well, not yesterday, but with the Future Game Show. I think it was a future game show. It's all kind of running together in my head, to be honest. They could have sent off a distress beacon. Yeah, there's any ways you could sort of hand wave the story away.
Number 2, we got a game coming out soon. Yeah. Here's the trailer. Yeah.
What seems to be going on with the little guy?
Yeah, I think my cat's sick. Yeah, he's got a broken neck. He has horrible IBS. His mouth and one of his ears.
What you could do is probably like just change the focus or change the scale to, instead of it being, you know, based around one planet or one segment of the galaxy, you could change the focus to be, for lack of a better way of saying it, a sort of galaxy spanning thing where you see the bigger picture of whatever conflict is being told through the story. So that way you could change up the setting and add a little variability and maybe even bring back some of the more traditional mission types of Halo as like a grounding for this setting is about this type of thematic gameplay or whatever.
Magnificent games and a magnificent gaming PC that you could win. Once again, head over to pcgamer.com/survey for a chance to claim the rig. Mika, have you noticed that since powering her up, we've been hearing that annoying, super ominous voice?
Yeah, kind of like we tore the very fabric of our plane of existence and brought through this terrifying unknown being drawn in by the awesome processing power of the rig.
Oh, thank God it's not just me.
No, it's not. And you know what? I know we shouldn't mess with whatever this is, but the rig.
Yeah, I feel it in my teeth.
God, same. But okay, listen. The show's almost done, so let's finish strong and agree to.
Statistically, you'll never win that PC. Hold on, let's. I want to look, but I don't want to minimize the video. There's probably like 300,000 people watching, at least.
Exclusive world premieres.
So it's basically playing the lottery. And even then, you're kind of restricted because lottery laws apply. So you're restricted in even who can enter.
Mason, 34, former surgeon at Westwood Hospital. You've been brought here to perform a surgery.
The fuck? Okay, someone is definitely going for like B-movie aliens feel.
Westwood Hospital.
I don't know how, but I think we've done this already. All I want is a way out of here.
A couple of games have tried that sort of like live action, like loop sort of gameplay before. I'm interested to see how that one plays out. And then we go to whatever this is. Is that dog taking a shit? What was that? Y'all saw that, right? Why has it got to be live action? Probably just easier to film it that way, rather than making it a 3D game. The siege plus tower defense sort of gameplay. Okay, besieged survivors, actually. Wonderbird. Yeah, I can see some appeal there. That'd be fun for a a session or two.
What a spectacular show that was. The games, the rig, the gadgets, the non-lethal electrocutions, the thermal paste.
Oh my God, the thermal paste. And speaking of gadgets, we've got time to show off one last little invention of ours.
Oh, goody!
Inside this keyboard is a hidden compartment for storing hand-encrypted messages, and I've left a special farewell message for the viewers. We have just got to crack it open.
Hit it, Mika. Okay, calm down, girl. Calm down.
Yeah, this is just a normal keyboard. It's
Wait, was there a take? Is there a hole in the desk? No, that's the button. I thought there was a hole in the desk where they had an alternate take where she put a hole in the desk. Oh, that would have actually been really funny. I would have definitely done that if I was directing this.
A big thanks to Frankie and Jacob for building the rig. And thanks, of course, to all of you for tuning in.
We'll have to work super hard to top this when the PC gaming show Most Wanted returns in December. Thanks for watching.
Bye, Mika. Bye, Sean.
See you in December, everyone.
Bye, Frankie, and other guys whose name I don't remember. And Sean shits himself.
We're going.
All right, it's time. Tell me when.
Hello, everyone, to the PC Gaming Show pre-show.
I'm exhausted from that.
All right.
Not
Okay, chat.
What the?
I'm gonna say it. Xbox Showcase was better. I'm gonna say it. I don't have the energy to go back through 2 hours. Jesus Christ, how long did that run? I'm sorry, that ran for almost 3 hours if we count the pre-show. That's a lot. I don't have the energy to go back through and pick out what games I liked. I'll do that off stream.
I'm a monument.
Let me get sorted here. But there were some games there I like. I'll have to go back through and look at them again at some point to figure out which ones I'm actually going to wish list or play.
I know how to read words.
But there are some good games there. And I would say it. I'll say it. I do like Mika and Sean as presenters. They're a little cringe at times, and God, the ads were definitely annoying, but I don't mind that. But I say Xbox probably put on a little bit better show in terms of how many heavy hitters there were. Of course, that COD Blop 7 Alpha 2 teaser at the end there. Ugh, no thank you. Please end COD Blops as a franchise. Thank you, Activision. Anyway, I'm going to take a short little break to go to the bathroom and like switch the game over. Then I'm going to play a little bit of Bolt Gun, and then that's going to be the stream. But go get you a snack, go get you a drink, go stretch your legs, and we'll come back for some Warhammer Bolt Gun. See you in a couple minutes, chat. Bye for a couple minutes.
Just get ready. There it is. Incredible.
Bye.
That might have been my greatest take of all time.